Hey guys, it's Ted Bogert. Happy Friday. We are back with the TED Show. Friday the 20th, maybe. I think that's where we're at. The week before Thanksgiving. Your last weekend to get all your Thanksgiving shopping done. I hope you guys are on top of it. I'm excited because we have a big event coming up, Fusion Fest, and I'm honored to have the one, the only Terry Olson on the show. What's up, Terry? Chief Instigator, which is perfect for you. Welcome, my friend. Welcome.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
I'm excited for you to be here, and I'm super excited to hear about Fusion Fest. But before we dive in, tell them a little bit about you for those people that might not know who Terry Olson is.
Well, I've been around for a long time, but I grew up in Alaska, then to Minnesota, and came here actually for the opening of Epcot Center, brought SAC Theater, a company that I was a co-founder of here. And so after 7 years at Epcot Center, we started the SAC Comedy Lab and then the Orlando Fringe Festival. And then I've been with Orange County, the Office of Arts and Cultural Affairs for the last 19 years. And then a couple years ago started FusionFest. So this will be the third year of that. So
what was the impetus behind FusionFest? First of all, thank you for all you do for the community. All of those things that you mentioned that you either were involved with in the beginning are some of my favorite things that go on in our community. And before we went live, Terry and I were talking about how amazing our community really is, and we need to give it the shout out and the pat on the back that it deserves. So Terry's a big part of that. So where did Fusion Fest come in? How did that come in to be born?
Well, when I was hired to create the Office of Arts and Cultural Affairs, the word cultural, of course, has different meanings. So in addition to working with our arts groups and cultural affairs really refers to the history museums and science museums and that kind of cultural that don't necessarily fit under arts and cultural affairs included those institutions. But it also brought out folks from different ethnicities, different cultures who would call and say, hey, what are we doing? I helped some of the folks from the Caribbean. I convened them together, and out of that came the Caribbean Cultural Council, and also was invited to the African Leaders Council. And so Mayor Jacobs was interested in exploring how the county supported diversity, and I brought some of those folks together, and we talked about some different ideas and brought it back to her. Nothing really happened in that year, and then a year later, some folks from the Caribbean Cultural Council and the African Leaders Council came and said, can't we get some of this going? And so my boss at the time said, well, go ahead and lend yourself to help lead a grassroots effort. And so that's what happened in actually November of 2016. So 4 years ago, about 60 people gathered, and we said, how do we best share our heritage? We all have a heritage. It's whatever we say it is, but there's something behind us that brings us to who we are today. How do we share that? And if we were going to do something to celebrate that, when would be an iconic time to do that? And where would we want to have it? So anyway, we started then the next month, December, with a monthly steering committee meeting, about 40 people, intentionally representative of heritages all over the world, and developed Fusion Fest. We started every once in a while having a gathering of nations where we invite 2 to 4 to 6 people from each heritage that we identified to come and explore a particular aspect. The first one was food. Everyone brought food. We had this great international potluck buffet.
Love it.
Everybody loves food. So we said, bring food to every meeting we have. But then we also explored music and dance and celebrations and stories and literature and arts and crafts to what do we want to do at the festival. So a lot of those have come to pass. This is only the third year of the festival itself. And where we do have music and we do have dance. We have spoken word and poetry and foreign literature, foreign language literature with translations, storytelling. We have fashion. We have films of Central Floridians telling their story. We call them those migration films, migration films. They're short 3 to 5 minute films. We have fun and games. You can learn some different games from heritages around the world and play those. We have a visual arts gallery. And the new thing this year is the Celebrations, Cultures, and Faiths Pavilion, where we'll have demonstrations and lectures, TED Talks, if you would, about different cultures, different celebrations around the world, and different faith traditions. So
it's so much, but it's the diversity, it's the cultural, it's including so many different communities, which I love that. I love the collaborative spirit of that. Tell people where it is, because it's the weekend of Thanksgiving, weekend after Thanksgiving. It's
the Saturday and Sunday after Thanksgiving Day, Thanksgiving weekend, and it is in front of the Dr. Phillips Center for the Performing Arts. And if anyone has seen in the news, they're working on developing a 6-month-long kind of outdoor festival setting. So we'll be using those seating boxes that they're creating that allow 4 to 5 people in a party to sit 6 feet away from the next seating box. And there's all kinds of protocols, because it's a weird time. We're like saying, don't be going out in big crowds for Thanksgiving, but come to FusionFest.
Right.
Well, there's a couple reasons we're doing this. One is that we're working very hard to make this a safe gathering. With social distancing, everyone will have to be wearing a mask. Everyone will have their temperature taken before they arrive. There's professional sanitation crews that'll be there all the time, keeping things. And it's outdoors. So nothing is 100% safe, but we're making it pretty safe. It's probably as safe as driving there on I-4.
I think, what do people do for parking?
Well, there's certainly garages around. The closest one is the City Hall garage. So if you park there and just come across that block, there's some on-street parking around. There's
lots of things. We had that question. That's why I asked it. It's interesting to me, because that is, people have this perception that downtown has no parking. And it's just the opposite, in my opinion. There is a garage, I swear, on every corner of some kind. Plus, there's also up and down certain parts of the streets, there's street parking. There's actually an entire site, guys. We had 4 or 5 people ask this before we went live. There's a whole City of Orlando parking garage, parking space section on the website. Like, you can just Google it and it will show you everything. So don't let parking dissuade you from coming down. And honestly, aren't you going to be tired of that turkey? You'll have been on day 2 of that, and now day 3 shows up and you're like, I got to get out of the house.
Exactly.
I got to find out something to do. And the food, like everything, first of all, the website's fantastic, but you go in and you look at anything that you could possibly want: dance, music, performance, food. There is everything there for everyone. And I think a lot of people are dying to get out and about. And the fact that we're making it, FusionFest is making it safe and compliant to do that, is just another plus.
Yep. And that's another reason. I mean, we need human interaction, and especially with the arts, which have been so shut down and devastated. So people are eager for that connection if they can do it safely. And this particular connection point, which is about celebrating our diversity, about learning about each other, about respecting our heritages, is so important in our very divisive world right now. So
I agree.
We are, Central Florida, Orange County is very diverse. We've had over 100 heritages represented in the 2 years of the festival. And our population has grown where 60% of our population is considered diverse. So in 2020, it was 42% of our population. So we've grown. And studies show that when you have people of different cultures working together and closely, you're much more innovative and creative. And why can't we be the innovation center of the world? We're normally a crossroads of the world with 75 million visitors, not so much right now, but we feel we're the place to show the world that people with different heritages, ethnicities, lifestyles can live together with a basis of respect, love, not hate, hope, not fear. So
I think Orlando has done, Orange County, Central Florida is better. We've done a phenomenal job. I think we're one of the most inclusive, diverse communities that embraces it. Like, we don't run from it. We're trying to create more of it. That's how I feel like our leadership and our community as a whole. I love the collaborative spirit of everything too. FusionFest takes a lot of collaboration. There are multiple different organizations, groups, cultures, dance. I mean, you name it. Everybody's got to come together for a common purpose, which I believe is to showcase the diversity, showcase the community, showcase the cultures, and also showcase the fact that we can all truly get along and have a great time if we just make a little bit of an effort. But you all have created such a Fusion Fest. I love the name. And I think that it just speaks to the spirit of what we have in our Central Florida area. I just love it. All right. So how do people need to buy tickets in advance? How do people get more information? I've got fusionfest.org scrolling across the bottom. But what's the best way for them to learn more information?
That website is the best. It's a free festival. Costs you nothing to attend. If you want to buy food, you get your tokens. There's 3 tokens for $10, and each token can get you some food. The idea is to sample your way around the world. So you don't get a big rack of ribs. You get a rib, and you go get an egg roll, and then you go get a little bit of jollof rice from Africa or something like that.
Yes, it's think about it, guys. It's like the Epcot. It's our little downtown Epcot food and wine festival. It's not all food and wine, but because there's also so much entertainment. But here's the thing, you're going there. I love the fact that it's free to go and that you can just sample your way around the world. Expose the kids. Trust me, the kids want to get out. You want people to go out. You want to get outside. Everybody's going to want to get outside. You're working off that Thanksgiving sleepiness and belly that you might have gotten from overeating. And here's a way for you to sample some other kinds of food that aren't turkey.
Yep.
All right. So Terry Olson is the chief instigator of many, many, many things, no doubt in my mind. But certainly when it comes to Fusion Fest, he's the chief instigator. Terry, you're amazing. Thank you for all you do in our community. I mean that from the heart. You guys check him out on social media and everything that he's involved with. Fusion Fest is only a little part of what Terry does for our world, and I'm very grateful for that. Get out, guys, this weekend. Get out, experience the city, experience something that is so collaborative and wonderful in spirit. You will walk away happy, I have no doubt in my mind. Terry, thank you for being on the show. You're awesome.
Thank you.
All right. FusionFest.org, guys. Don't miss out. It's Saturday and Sunday. This next weekend, the weekend after Thanksgiving. Get out there. Check out FusionFest.org. Everybody have a wonderful weekend. We'll see you back here on Monday. Bye, everyone.